Hello, everybody. Back live again this Friday. I want to talk to y'all. As y'all see the thumbnail I created, it's internet trolls don't fall for their tactics. Internet trolls don't fall for their tactics. Make sure my mic is good. Can y'all hear me? I think it's loud. Yeah, I see the mic coming across now. Okay. Still learning this live thing. I want to start off with a quick prayer before I get started. God, I just want to thank you for allowing us to come into 2021. For everyone that has, was able to make it. For those that we lost, whether it's, due to COVID or sickness or anything like that. Praying for those families of those loved ones that was left behind. Just praying for strength and healing through this. As we look at this new year, 2021. I just want to say that, this year is starting off, day one, but we want to make sure that we know that you haven't left our side. Even though 2020 was a rough year, we're here for 2021 and being able to move forward with your guidance and your help. This asking your son, Jesus' name, amen. Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk about, again, internet trolls. I wanted to get the prayer out the way, started. But I want to talk about the internet trolls don't fall for their tactics. A lot of times, we, on the internet, social media sites, whether it's even on YouTube, you have internet trolls. You actually do. So on internet, on YouTube, on Facebook, me and my wife Shannon, we get it on LinkedIn, we get it on Facebook. Hey, how you doing, Tina? Welcome to the channel. And we get it, we get it on different places that we get people that are trollers. And a lot of people are like, well, what are internet trolls? And I have a theory in mind. I'm going to break down as I talk about this some things that I came up with that I think internet trolls are. And I'll talk about narcissists on this channel, so you can see where I'm going with this. How I think internet trolls, some of them, not all of them, obviously, because I don't know all of them. I don't know everybody in the world, but you can see how some of them. I'm going to make a distinction between internet trolls and flying monkeys, and we'll talk about that. So the reason why I say that, internet trolls, you ever notice like some of these sites that we're on, like I'll do LinkedIn because I'm on LinkedIn more than actually the sites, like the other social media. So on LinkedIn, I have a few people, they'll come on there. I mentioned on the last live, but I'll go a little bit more in detail. You have these people that come on your post, and my post, or like my wife post Shannon, will be about narcissists. And yes, we're not fond of narcissists. We don't like them. I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. I'll pray for them, but that's about all I'm gonna do. But my thing is, if my post or my channel is talking about not liking narcissists, you gotta realize that that's what I'm going to talk about 24/7. Obviously that's what most of my posts is going to be about. So you can't sit there and wonder why is this guy talking about narcissists, or why is this woman talking about narcissists? Whether it's me, my wife, or whoever, So if you know that, me and Shannon talk about this all the time. I will look at posts all the time, during the day when I have time, I'm going through people's posts or going through their comments. It's not pertaining to me or something that I don't agree with. I don't have to comment on it. It goes back to that old saying where they say if you don't have nothing nice to say, like keep your mouth closed. It's the same thing as adults. I mean, if you have nothing nice to say or you're not agreeing with that particular topic, guess what? It's a free world. You don't have to comment on somebody talking about narcissists. But I'm going to tell you why I'm saying internet trolls and flying monkeys are probably one and the same. Let's look at it. So, internet trolls, we know they come in, they like to defend narcissists. On the post that I'm talking about the post that I'm on. They like to defend the narcissist. Okay, and that's fine. They want to defend them, that's cool. But why are they defending these narcissists? When we just call them out narcissists, I'm not saying they're evil and go kill them and, burn them at the stake like a witch or none of that. I'm just saying if you're in a narcissist relationship, you've been abused, you're dealing with a narcissist, whether it's a mom or a dad or, a sibling or whatever the case is, I'm saying that, we don't have to deal with that. There's other things we can do to not have to be involved with this narcissist. So saying that and knowing that, this is where the internet trolls, I guess they get their little spidey senses or whatever it is, and they want to come out, let me go to faith-based workplace site, and I know he's going to be talking about narcissists today. Let me come on and let me talk about, some of the things I try to destroy, some of the things that he's saying. it is what it is. It's cool. It's cool that they want to do that. And you have freedom of speech. Hey, you got freedom of speech. You can say what you want to say. But just realize, if it's my post, just know that I have the freedom to block you also. I have the freedom to block you. I have the freedom to delete your post. I don't know if y'all know that. If I created the post, you can come in there and say whatever crazy mess you want to say about love and narcissists and all that. But when I see that, I also have the, hey, how you doing, Aaron? Welcome to the channel. I also can sit there and block this also. I can block that post. So it's a way that we can control. That's some of the tactics they try to use. They want to come on your post or come on your on your when you're doing a live or whatever the case is, and they want to try to manipulate you and do things like that. I want to bring in a Bible verse, Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. What are some of the weapons we're talking about? Some of the weapons we're talking about are the internet trolls. Internet trolls, flying monkeys, narcissists, go all hand in hand. So what I'm saying is, they'll come in, they'll try to do certain things to throw you off your game. So when you have this post, it could be a good post, a good solid post about the narcissistic abuse and why the person should leave. I'm not even talking about marriage, I'm just talking about why the person should leave, seek help, and figure out a way to move forward. Tina, nah, do you keep them as friends? That's a good question. No, I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't keep them as friends. I mean, why would I? So, I mean, why would I keep a internet troll or a flying monkey as a friend when I know they're working for somebody else? So, no, like North Free Living just said, probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna try to move past that and probably keep moving. And that's not one of the friends I want to have in my circle. Remember your circle, what we learned in 2020, and I know we're in 2021 now, but what I learned in 2020, your circle has to be really, really small. You can't continue to, do things the same way and expect different results. So some of the friends you had in 2019, you probably didn't have them in 2020, and you're not going to have them in 2021. God is shaking up some of that stuff, and that's part of that reasoning is what I'm talking about. So the internet trolls are all part of that, where they just end. It goes back to they want to kill, steal, and destroy. It's the same thing the narcissist wants to do. So some of their tactics that they're going to do is they're going to, like Aaron just said, I guess they're showing you their hand. So it's up to you to block or remove them. They're showing you what side they're on. They're on the narcissist side or the side of evil or whatever side you want to say. They're on that side. So you kind of, you look at that and you realize what's going on. So you're like, you know what? Let me fall back. Now, does every internet troll that you see, do you have to respond to them? No. You don't have to respond to these people. You don't have to respond to everything. No response is sometimes the best response. And I'll go, hey, Adrena, hey, how you doing? Welcome. And I'll go on a limb and say that when I'm dealing with internet trolls, I don't respond to everyone. I don't. Now, some of them, God's still working on me. Yes, I will say some things and be like, you know what? This right here, what you're saying, it's nothing wrong with going back and forth with them, but it's levels to it. You don't have to go back and forth to where y'all cursing each other out, y'all talking about fighting and meeting each other on the street. And I go that far. We can agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. But again, I go back to what I said before. Just know that you can block this person. You can delete them off your post. You don't have to leave it on your post. You don't have to leave it on the chat. You can just, you can go either way. So you don't have to do that. So internet trolls, like I said, they try their best to manipulate you. Why do these people sit around, have nothing to do? I mean, they did work all day or whatever they did. They're working from home, whatever they're doing. But it's like something in their mind. They got, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to find whoever's talking about narcissists or whatever you're talking about. You be talking about automobiles. Guess what? Internet trolls don't like that either. They just, hey, I'm going to call him out because he's talking about automobiles. So knowing that, it's like, just know whatever you do, good, that's going to have somebody evil going to try to. It's just the way the world works. So they're going to have somebody evil on the other side that's going to try to convince somebody that, what you're saying is not true. So whatever I'm saying about narcissists, about, the evil things that I've been through personally, or evil things that my wife has been through, or like a dream or different people have been through, those things that I've witnessed, me talking about it is something that that some of the people, they don't want you to talk about that. So at the end of the day, you got a choice to make. Do you continue going with the with what you've been saying, what God told you, what your purpose is, or do you sit there and let the internet trolls, beat you? No, sometimes you gotta play that game. Sometimes you gotta get in it's like when you're trying to wrestle a pig, getting in the pig pen. It's a reference, I know it's off topic, but sometimes to get that pig, he might not come through the gate that you want to go through. You got to get down in the mud and wrestle with that pig. Now, do I say you got to get all dirty and all that? Maybe, maybe not. Again, there's levels to that. So you can't just, Aaron said you must be a miserable person to just go on someone's page just to hate. Exactly. I definitely agree with that. Yes, exactly. And the thing about that is, let me pin that message. Let me see. That works. Still messing with this stuff. But yeah, I agree with that. You have to have a lot of hate to go on somebody's page and sit there and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to hate what this person's saying. No matter what this person's talking about, instead of listening and hearing what this person is talking about, we there to help you. We're there maybe not to help you, but to help maybe your wife or your child or whoever. Maybe they witnessed some abuse or some mental health issues or dealing with a narcissist. Maybe that's some of the things that we're talking about that could touch them. But you have so much hate in your blood and in your heart, I should say. You have so much hate in your heart that your primary goal is to wake up that morning and say, hey, you know what? I need to hate on this person's page, or hate whatever they're doing, hate their website, hate. You just full of hate. So talking about hate, let's talk about that a little bit. Racism, things like that. Again, that's internet trolls coming on. You talking about racism? You always got these people that defending racism. I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, that should tell you something. If we talk about racism and I ain't just talking about black and white. I'm talking about any other race. You just hate another race, and we're talking about let's stop this. Let's stop fighting people, fighting one another. And you have this internet person, maybe one or two that come on your post and want to defend the racism. Come on, man. That's come on. I mean, you look at it like, okay, well, something is off. And the reason why something is off is because this is an internet troll. Like me and my wife always say, label a thing a thing. So if that's an internet troll and you notice what it is, go ahead and label it as that. That is what they are. And probably the older that I get to. Okay, I'm looking at the chat too. So yeah, you have to realize that these people are on here just to destroy what you're doing. They want to destroy your character. Whatever foundation you're trying to build, they in there trying to put the cracks in it. They're trying to mess up that foundation. Whatever purpose you have, they're trying to mess it up. So that's where the internet trolls, the flying monkeys come into play. So just label a thing a thing. You can call them a flying monkey. You can call them an internet troll. You can call them, I don't care what name you call them, but give a thing a name. So go ahead and call it whatever it is. Don't let the internet trolls just run over you. So yeah, you might, some people, they will let them slide. They'll just block and delete them. Well, I'm not one of them people that's going to let all of y'all slide. I'll let some of y'all slide, but some of y'all, I'm going to go ahead and say something about it because I think it's something that needs to be said. You're not just going to come on my post and just say whatever you want to say on my post and just think you're going to skate by. No, I'm going to have to go ahead and call you out. And, we might have to go back and forth, but hopefully we come to an understanding. If we don't come to an understanding, like I said, we can just agree to disagree. That's fine with me. I can't make everyone agree with me, so that's fine too. Moving right along. All the internet trolls, I know some of y'all that been on internet probably longer than I have. I know you have dealt with some people that are vulgar and they're evil. They say some nasty things. Don't give these people too much energy. Remember, you're giving them energy, you give them a lot of time. Don't sit there and waste 2, 3, 4 hours going back and forth with this person. Or you have a person that you just met, y'all start talking, all of a sudden you think you're cool. No. Like my wife always say, examine the fruit. So realize that you don't know this person like you think you do. You just met this person and they can tell you whatever. They can tell you they're the CEO of a company. They can tell you, they're a millionaire. They can tell you, there's a bunch of different things they can tell you. You need to examine some of this stuff and figure out what these people are talking about. Just some of this internet trolling I'm talking about, because these people are lying. They in there, they trying to slither their way in and try to figure out a way to get to you, or maybe to get to another person. So realize that when you're talking to these people, well, I ain't gotta believe everything that you're saying. You know, just because you're saying some things, I don't have to agree with everything you're saying. So no, I'm not about that. So I've learned now that I have to actually sit there and talk to these people, but not once or twice. It might take 4, 5, 6 conversations to figure out if this person is really here for me. But that's like what my wife say too. You can always go back and say, ask God, did you send this person, or did the devil send this person? It's something you might want to know. Let me see. Let me look at chat. I didn't know if people realize we must have boundaries with everyone, even on social media. Yes, exactly. North Free Living. Yes, we have to have boundaries with people, even on social media. We have it in life, and it's cool to just have this person in front of you. Hey, man, look, I appreciate you, talking to me this way or doing this. But on the internet, you got to set boundaries too. It's just like on here, like even on YouTube, they'll say, some of that, like I had to set up that some chats are blocked. So if you're cursing, those chats are automatically blocked. I don't even have to look at them. So that's a boundary that I have set. Now I can have it wide open where people can come into my live chat or on my YouTube and just say anything, but why would I do that? I'm not about that, so why would I do that? So I have a boundary on YouTube that, they're able to, when they say these certain words, alerts them and they're already blocked. So hey, boom, bada bing, bada boom, I ain't got to worry about that. So moving right along, again, let's bring in another Bible verse, Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, but the conviction of things not seen. I love that Bible verse, and why is because we have to have faith, obviously, dealing with anything, especially things on the internet, dealing with people that we don't know, meeting people on the internet, we probably really don't know them, dealing with internet trolls. You have to go to God and pray and say, hey, God, look, I can't do this on my own. I started this new YouTube channel. I started this new business, but I have these internet trolls or these different people that are doing things, that are messing with me. How do I do that? So that's some of the things that I'm talking about. You're gonna have to bring God into these situations, and you're gonna have to use discernment and realize that okay, once they come at you sideways with some of these text messages, some of them you might share your phone number with them. Hopefully you don't, but sometimes we do. We share our phone number with these people, thinking that they're cool and they're here for us, and they kind of find out they're not. Then you got, guess what? I can block you on there too, so I just block you on the cell phone number. So it all comes back to I'm in control of this YouTube channel. I'm in control of my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my Instagram. I'm in control of my cell phone. So if I do have to give out that information, and I do have to share a couple of stories with you, which me is not going to be nothing too personal. It's going to be surface level stuff. But if I do that, I can also pull back and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and block this person on this. Let me block this person on that. Let me block them on a few different things. So you have to realize that everybody that's talking to you and cheering for you right now, they ain't the same people that's going to be cheering for you later on in the year. Trust me. You can ask my wife. I've seen it personally that people that were cheering for me before, they're not cheering for me now. And some people that come in there and say like Aaron said, family will do that too. Yes, they'll come in and say some things and do some things, but hey, at the end of the day, it's different ways that you can block these people. So you can control the narrative with internet trolls, with flying monkeys, with narcissists, with all that, any kind of person you want to call them, whatever name you want to give them, covert, overt, narcissist, whatever you want to call them, you can still say, hey, you know what? I have to find a say-so on who I want in my life, or who I want. And when I say in my life, that's social media, that's everything. So knowing that, I can turn around and be like, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and block this person. Let me delete this message. Because what happens is sometimes, and I'll talk about messages, when you do a post, your post is solid, good post, something about narcissism, whatever it is, I'll get to that question. Do you think trolls are narcissistic? Yes, I think a lot of them are. And that's why I was saying I think trolls and flying monkeys are the same thing. They working for a narcissist or working for somebody. So yeah, Tina, I actually do think they're the same. Now I'm not expert witness on that. No, but I think so. So with the narcissists though, and with the trolling, just know that you have power to be able to control some of this stuff. Because smear campaigns and all that. I mentioned I'm going to do a whole video just about that, and I might do that next Friday. I'm not sure, but Smear campaign is a whole different level. That when you're dealing with internet troll, that's what the internet trolls will do that too. They'll go in there and they'll try to destroy your name, make up fake posts about you, talk about you, and say things that, you know what, the things that are made up, they're not even true. So when you're dealing with that kind of internet troll that want to go to that limit and call out your company name or call out you as a person, now you're dealing with a whole nother level of stuff. And that's when you have to be even more willing to go a step further. Now you ain't got to go back and forth with them. That's when you might have to get authorities involved. You might have to call like LinkedIn or Facebook, whoever, get in touch with somebody, send out a couple of emails, say, hey, this person creating fake accounts, doing things, talking about trying to destroy my company name or whatever it is. You got to realize that this person, again, they might start out as friends, but the question that I have to you, were they ever your friend? Probably not. They probably never was your friend. So that's the thing. That's the thing about it. They probably never were your friends. So moving right along. It's not a long live that I'm going to do unless I get a bunch of questions. But let me see. When you talk about narcissists, getting back to the trolls and the flying monkeys, remember, like we saying in the chat and stuff, remember who these people are, who they working for. They working for a higher power. No, I'm not talking about God. No, that's not what I'm talking about. They're not the narcissist and the flying monkey and the troll. No, I'm not talking about they're working for God. They're working for some evil things. So that troll or that flying monkey that's trying to destroy everything that you have, that smear campaign and everything that they are doing, you have to realize that yes, you're in it by yourself, but no, you're not. You can always go to God in prayer, but it's things that you can do, and we're going to talk about that real shortly. It's things that you can do that help yourself out. So don't be friendly with everybody. There's a reason why I'm not friendly with everybody I meet. Why is it? I don't want to be friends with everybody that I meet because I don't know that person. I have to get to know that person. So sharing personal information within the first week you met that person, probably not a good idea. That's something that a troll or a flying monkey are trying to use against you. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you share something personal. Now, if you already then shared this to everybody, then yes, that information does no harm to you. So remember that. So just saying that. Exactly. Yeah, like what North Free Living just said. I'm not for everyone. Exactly. You're not for everyone. So everybody not gonna be part of your tribe or part of your family. So everybody's not in there to give you, a daddy boy and say, oh, I hope you make it. They saying that to you, but that's just to get hey, how you doing, Jamaican boy? But that's just to get some information out of you. You gotta realize that. So the information they're trying to get out of you is only gonna be used to destroy you later on. So I want you to realize that. So in that first week or two, maybe within that first month, don't share too much personal information with somebody that you just met on the internet. Because if they're internet troll, they're gonna take all that information that you have, like you sharing like new business ideas, things you want to do, or tell them all about your book that you're writing, or different things like that. You might want to hold off on that because if you share too much information with them, now you have a person that's gonna come out with the same ideas and pop up. Next thing you know, they got a page similar to you, and you sit there like, man, I didn't give this person. You didn't give them the game. You gave them the whole game. You didn't give them everything, and they got all the information out of you because you caring and you want to help somebody, but they using that to hurt you. It's the wrong full of the word. They're not there to help. They're there to hurt. So you got to realize that. Something that I can establish boundaries without Jamaican barbershop. I feel like I'm salty. How can I establish boundaries when I'm new to a job starting Monday? You gotta come in the door and realize what you. I answered that. You gotta come in the door realizing what are you working with and what kind of company you at. So that's the first thing. What kind of company you you corporate or whatever. But your boundaries are pretty much like your morale, like things that you won't stand for. So you can set those boundaries rather easily. Like when you come in the door, look, just certain things that I won't tolerate. Certain things I would not tolerate. So you can't sit there and go into a company and like wait for them to tell you everything. Sometimes you got to be a little, outspoken and say, hey, look, cursing. I don't like people cursing around me. I don't like dirty jokes. I don't like nasty jokes. I don't, people that's watching porn or whatever it is. You just go in the door and you have a talk with your supervisor and let them know. And you should have told them that usually, before you even started the job. And some things you can tell them, like, you don't work on weekends. You tell them before you even get hired and say, hey, yeah, that's good. You're very straightforward. I say be that way. You want to be, you want to do it in the right way, obviously. but you tell them in a way that, hey, you know what, certain things I just can't tolerate. You know, when I'm at work, I can't tolerate some of these things, and that way, you know, y'all should be on the same. Exactly what North Free Living just said. People respect who they can't disrespect. So you put that love and respect out on the forefront and tell them from jump, hey, look, I can't do certain things at work. You gotta go ahead and tell them, be like, hey, look, there's certain things that I can't do. So knowing that's a good way to be able to say, hey, you know, this is me. This is who Solomon is. This is what I stand for. So if you don't want to hear like cursing rap music and stuff like that, it's good to let them people know that up front, you know. So yeah, let's move right along with more about the internet troll. So internet trolls, the thing that came to me why I brought this up is because over the last few months, me and Shannon both of us been having these little internet trolls, and I'm laughing because I think they're funny. I really do. These people come in and they say certain things on my posts or drop little things in my DMs. I talked about it actually on the last live a little bit. So they drop little things and they think that, you know, I don't know, I guess they're using it as a scare tactic, or they think by them saying something in my DM, you're going to stop me from doing my God-given purpose. No, all you're going to do is add more fuel to the fire, so to speak. So what you're doing is you saying these little things and I'm laughing at you. I want y'all to know I'm laughing at you. I'm going to take that little thing that you said, I'm just going to take that and run with it. You know, so moving, I already said this year, 2021, hopefully y'all watch this, the internet trolls that do want to try to sabotage me or whatever. Just know when you send me your little DMs now, I'm going to take it a little step further. Since you don't want to come on my posts and say things like a real man or woman, I'll just go ahead and screenshot it and just share it with the whole world so everybody can see how you talk. You know, let's see what you're really talking about. Now, am I being petty? Nah, because my thing is, if you're going to say it in the DM, I don't have to go to your DM and say things. My thing is, if I'm going to say something to you, I'm going to say it out for the whole world to see. But I'm not that type of person to just be negative and petty. But if you want to be negative and petty, we can do that. So we'll go ahead and say some of these things, you know, with that reason. Now, as long as you're not cursing me out and stuff like that, you know, but this is a regular post, and you want to put on the DM, I'll go ahead and share it with everybody. So just know that. For me, they're funny, but when they see me real, they give me the side eye. Hey, Jamaican Barber, you know what? A lot of people say a lot of stuff behind this screen and be real, how you want to say, be real bold and say all these things. But when you see them in person, that same person that's behind it, you got to realize, for some reason, some of these people are in internet, I call it like the Matrix or something. They think that they can say whatever behind this computer and they can get away with it. And then you got to realize that some of these people, we see them in person, and then they're like, oh, there goes Solomon, or there goes Shannon, or there go, you know, whatever your name is. And then, like you say, they look at you, you know, kind of weird or whatever. Hey, how you doing? Be free. Welcome. So you're looking at some of these people, and you're like, man, hold on. You said all this stuff online on LinkedIn. I know who you are because I can see your picture. You didn't said all this stuff, but now you see in person. Like me and Shannon say all the time, I want you to have that same energy. That same energy you had on that post, when you see me in person, let's have that same energy. You know, like, we ain't got to get physical or nothing like that. We can still have a discussion because that's the type of person I am. That's the man I am. You can tell me whatever you have to tell me in person, the same thing, because I would do the same thing. If I told you said something to you on a post, I can have that same conversation with you, you know, in person. But some people are not like that. They will say whatever they want to say behind this computer screen, do their internet trolling, and then they use those little tactics to, you know, try to get you out. Because think about it, you're going back and forth with an internet troll, and it's been 2-3 hours. You didn't waste 2-3 hours of your day on something else you can be doing. So what you do is, when you see as an internet troll, you realize an internet troll or a flying monkey, go ahead and be like, oh, okay, I got you. You're an internet troll. You're a flying monkey. You working for a narcissist or somebody that I didn't dealt with in the past. So go ahead and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and drop you a one-liner. I call it a one-line. Drop you one line, and I won't respond after this. So you can say 30 things after that, but I don't have to respond. If you keep responding, talking about the internet troll, just go ahead and delete it. Delete it, block them. Hey, move on. And wait for the next internet troll because there's another one coming, or it might be the same internet troll just go change their name. They change their tactics, but they just go be the same person. So they'll change their name, change their tactic, and then next thing you know, you got somebody else on your post, and you're like, this sound familiar? It's the same person, just changing their name. So do you have 40 internet trolls or flying monkeys? Probably not. It might just be 2 or 3 of them, but they got different names and all, you know, that's how people are. They try to make it seem like it's a bunch of them. It's not a bunch of y'all. To me, it's not a bunch of people that's actually on the narcissist side when you really look at it. It's more people against them, but it's just more people that won't speak out against them. That's what it is. So, you got to remember that. Yes, I'm just reading the chat right quick. Be set free. Yes, it can be a fine line to. Yes, it can be a fine line. So, again, you gotta. It's like bobbing and weaving. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a boxer. You like bobbing and weaving. So you gotta figure out like, wait, hold on. Let me figure out. What's going on. Which way do I need to go? Do I need to hit this head on? Do I just block them, delete them? But again, remember, when you meet a lot of people online, don't tell them a lot of information. Let me see what Jamaican Barber. Currently, I'm starting a new initiative in Jamaica where I'm talking about these insidious acts, and I'm so ready for it because my ex-flying monkeys trolling me. I blocked them. That's a good job, you blocking them. And you got to realize you're going to have to continue to block them until you get to a point where you might have to do, I don't know the rules in Jamaica, but you might have to do some legal things to get these people to stop messing with you. Like here in America, man, it's harassment. Basically, they're harassing you. So, you can actually call a cop, file a police report. They can figure out who that person is, and they can send them information to say, hey, stop following this person. So you might have to do that. You might have to do that. There's good chat going on in here. I'm talking about, okay, seeing what, let me pin this one what Jamaican Barber just said, actually. But just remember, internet trolls, hey, we all done dealt with them. We done dealt with flying monkeys. We done dealt with the smear campaign. To me, they all one and one. The reason why I wanted to make this video about internet trolls, I know internet trolls and to me, flying monkeys are basically the same. They just doing it behind a computer. Flying monkeys would be like more in your face when you at work trying to do things. But and just like they can pretend to be whoever that. Yeah, exactly. Like Narcissist Living just said, they can pretend to be whoever. That's the tricky part. So they can be whoever whoever they want to be, because they behind a computer. So you can put any picture on there. You don't know this person or whatever, and you talking to them. So yeah. And another thing, I always talk about documentation. I come from a safety background, so you have to document basically everything. But when you're dealing with narcissists and people like that, you have to be willing to document whether it's photos, documents. If you can get somebody to take like if you can get like a witness statement from people that seen what happened when the flying monkey or the narcissist did something, that's a great time to be like, you know what? Let me let me get this witness statement. Some people that like, yeah, I'll go ahead and write you one. Go ahead, all I gotta do is pretty much write what happened, they dated, time, and that sign at the bottom. You keep that paper for you. You want to get them a copy, that's cool, but you keep that paper so when something ever happens, you have all this documentation. You have these witness statements. You have pictures of what didn't happen. If you have recordings of what didn't happen, that's another way to be like, you know what? Hey, Alan B, hey, how you doing? Happy New Year to you too, brother. Just different things that, you can say, you know what? This right here, I got all my stuff together. When I have everything, when I have the documentation, when I have the witness statements, when I have all that rolled up, it's kind of hard for them to say, oh, you know what? You can't win that way. Let me see what B said. Free Narcissist Living. I'm getting really good at figuring out it's the person when they really catfishing by realizing a familiar pattern of speech unique to them. Exactly. That's what I just was saying. So they can go in there, they can switch that name, but sometimes people got when they talk like text or whatever, you can figure out that's that person texting or somebody else got their phone. It's the same thing with the internet. So you'll have somebody you might have been talking to for the last month and a half, 2-3 months, whatever the case is. They gonna talk a certain way. They might, not use punctuations. So you realize that, or they talking short sentences or whatever. So you realize all that too. So when you get into it with them, something happens and you realize they're internet troll or a flying monkey. So you get rid of them and you see somebody come back and they talking the same way. That's the same person. They just switched their name. They switched their name. They didn't change the game. They just switched their name. So you got to realize that. So don't fall for the okie doke or the banana. I call it the banana in the tailpipe. Don't fall for that. Just realize that a lot of these people that's on here that's doing these things, they're not on here to help you. They in here to steal some information from you. And I have to even realize that also. The information that they doing, or not the information they're doing, the information they're asking me about, it's so they can help themselves and not to help me. So you gotta watch what information you give these people, because if it's a flying monkey or these internet trolls I'm talking about, these people are not in here to try to help you and and watch you succeed. They tell you that to your face, but behind closed doors, they on the internet and they the ones trying to do all these little things, releasing things about the company or giving you negative reviews or giving you the thumbs down on your YouTube channel. And you know you just put together a good channel, I mean a good show or whatever, whether it's alive or recorded, but that's the ones that's doing the thumbs down. Or that's the ones that's doing a thumbs down on your post. Oh, well, the way I get it, which is funny to me, I don't know if y'all know this, but on YouTube, when I'm dropping these videos, there's people that come on there, they do the thumbs down. But what you gotta realize, they think that hurt me. You're really not, because what you don't realize is you're still watching the video. I still get the time from the watch hour. So you giving me a thumb down. If I have so many likes and I have 1 or 2 thumbs down, it's expected. When you think about it, it's expected to have, not everybody, I'm not for everybody, like we just said earlier. So yes, somebody is not going to like my content. That's fine. But you got to realize, you think you're hurting me, but you actually just helped me because you just watched the channel. So thank you, Internet Troll and Flying Monkeys. Thank you for helping me get more watch hours. So that's that. Let me see what's going on. What else going on? Check some good stuff in here. Alan B said they are miserable, but loneliness compounds their despair. So they need others to be miserable too. Exactly. Like you said, misery loves company. We all know the thing about the crab in a bucket mentality. Basically, you have, let's say, 20 crabs in a bucket. You have 2 or 3 trying to get out, and the rest of them pulling them down. They want you down there with them. They don't want you to escape. They don't want you to be free. They don't want you to be happy or witness that joy or whatever. So Alan is right. They take things like that and they're like, nah, you gonna be down here with us. Down in the slaughterhouse, or whatever you want to call it, you can be down here in the mud with us. So yes, that's definitely true. So like I said, internet trolls, they not here to be our friends. You have to recognize it quickly though, because before you know it, you done told this person some personal information, and that you gotta pray that internet troll or that flying monkey doesn't take that personal information and use it against you. But see, when you open and you tell all your information before, well, guess what? If your information already told, what can you do to my information that I already said? Everybody already know that. So you try to come in and be like, oh, well, he was married before and he said he dealt with a narcissist and stuff. Okay, I already told everybody that. So what are you doing? You're not hurting me. You helping me tell a story. Do I have to go defend that? No, I don't. So pick your battles, and realize not everything you have to fight for. Let's move on to the next Bible verse, Proverbs 17:9. The one who forgives an offense seeks love, but whoever repeats a matter separates close friends. So again, the one who forgives an offense seeks love. So how many times do we actually, come out of there? I like what you said, North 11, casting pearls to swine. Let the pigs do what pigs do. Hey, that's a good one. That's exactly. Let me pick that one. That's a good one. Shannon said that. She actually says that a lot, and that's true. So why would you do that? So you basically you wasting time messing with these people is what we're trying to say. So you gotta realize that you can't sit there and get into it with these people all the time, because then you becoming a time waster. They time wasters already, but now you wasting time. You better procrastinate because you got other things you could be doing, but you're messing with these people doing these things, and it's not for the great good. So you got to realize that. So again, internet trolls, flying monkeys, I think they work hand in hand. And the reason why I say that, they do some of the same, they do basically the same tactics. So the tactics that they have is going to be along the same thing. That is dangerous to your livelihood in the workplace. Exactly. Yes. What Aaron Dodger said. So yeah, you got to realize that these people playing by the same rules. So remember, the people that you started with in 2020, they probably didn't make it over here to. I ain't talking about through death. I'm talking about just through like Shannon always say, break the chains. Well, he done broke up some friendships. God done shook up some foundations. He done shook the tree, got rid of the bad apples. So it's like, man, Shannon was talking earlier before I did this live. And what I thought about was, it's like a checkerboard. We look at the checkerboard, you playing, whatever color, let's say red and black. So you got the red and black checkerboard. You got the red checker pieces on this side. You got black checker pieces on that side. Well, 2020 started like that. It was like evenly divided. Well, you moved through 2020. What happened was, the red, let's say that was your family. Well, what happened was, the people that you thought was your enemy on the black, some of them came to your side. Once you didn't jump a few people and move them around, so some of them then came to your side. And then some of your family that you thought was your family, they're not even with you anymore. Or the internet trolls that you thought was your friends, they're not with you anymore. So they off the board. So now you're looking at your board like, well, hold on, I have red and black pieces on this side. That's because God has shook that foundation and it shook up that your life. So he got rid of the bad people and bringing in people. Whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through LinkedIn, whether it's through, Facebook, whatever it is, or just through meeting people in a grocery store. I don't care what it is. You can't let these people just do things, to you. Let me get back in the chat. Let me see. Aaron Dowdy said, Jamaican bar very true. They can turn anyone against you with lies and smear campaigns. Exactly. You have these people that will take a lie, and boy, that sounds so truthful, and you'll be sitting there like, man, it sounded real, but it's all a lie. It's all a lie, and they do it all the time. Matter of fact, me and Shannon watched this show, Real Housewives of Potomac. And on there, when I say we didn't see some narcissist stuff on there, knowing what I know now, man, we seen some stuff on there where they did a smear campaign on Monique. I'm not gonna say all their names, but they did a smear campaign on a woman, and it was like plain as day. Like the host of the show, he was on basically the flying monkeys and the narcissist side. You can see it plain as day sitting on the stage unfold. If you go back and just watch I don't know if y'all watched the show, but you just watch just the season finale, you can see that these people was against this woman, and come to find out the whole thing was a smear campaign. That's the flying monkey thing I'm talking about. And there was an internet troll because they was on the internet spreading the same rumors, but it all turned out to be a lie. I mean, why do that? Why do you think somebody gonna start a lie like that and do that? So it's the same thing. We seen this, like I said, it was like we sitting there looking at it. Michonne's like, this is flying monkeys and narcissism at its best. I mean, at its best on TV, played out on TV. And the more movies we watch, the more I know about narcissists and stuff like that. The more movies I watch, the more I can see how a lot of these TV shows, you can see narcissists, like plain as day. You can see the flying monkeys. You can see the covert. You're like I'm looking at the movies and stuff differently because I can see these things. And then even on the movie or whether it's TV, you see the person on the internet like dropping little rumors or things like that. That's your internet troll. That's your flying monkey. So yes, you gotta be willing to look at some of these things. Let me see what they're saying. I was telling my mom about my narcissist friend and how she wants to bring my name through the mud, and then a narc did. If she believed the narc and I was shot. Like I said, they tactics are so good that they'll get the people that's close to you to believe they smear campaign or they lies or whatever that is. So you have to be, again, you have to go to God and say, God, look, if this person is for me, hey, let me know. If they're not, get them out of my life. So that'll get rid of a lot of the flying monkeys. That'll get rid of a lot of people that's not supposed to be in your life, whether they friends or family. Either way, you can get rid of a lot of these people. I think a lot of us don't realize that. It's a simple prayer. Just remove these people. I think some of us don't want to say that sometimes because you scared of what God is going to do, like who he's going to remove. I ain't gonna lie, I'm human. I was scared of some of the people he was going to remove. But look at it now, the people he removed, they wasn't here for love anyway. And I'm talking about family. But the people he brought in, it's like, oh, so this is what it's supposed to be like. But me not knowing that, I didn't know, I didn't know that. So, hey, it is what it is, Let me see. Alan B said, if you are married to a narc, be prepared to never save a dime. They love to spend money. They want to make sure you don't have nothing because guess what? I can testify to that because what they'll do is they want to take all the money. And guess what? When they make a decision to say, hey, I'm leaving you, they didn't spend all your money. So they're trying to leave you broke and busted. So you sitting there like, man, I didn't spend all my money. I could be a husband or wife. You can go either way. Depending on who the narcissist is. But you didn't spend all your money and all your time and energy and effort all into them. And then they just walk on into the sunset with a new person. And then let's talk about that real quick while we're talking about that. So you have the you have the narcissist that's doing things like that. Reminder, newsflash, if they're accusing you of doing things like cheating or being on the internet or anything like that, you might, and you're not doing it, when you know you're not doing it, okay, it's some truth they're telling you, but it's usually about them. So just realize this. So some of the stuff is going to be them just basically confessing what they're doing to you. Let me see what else is being said in here. There's some good chat going on in here. Let's see. I had to start shaking so ahead. Gotta be, yeah, you're right. I had to do the same thing too. And it's always great to what I used to do. I used to take when I got paid. I was doing child support before I was even on child support. Shannon know the story. So what I used to do, I'll take my money order, fill it out for whatever it was for, make a scan copy, keep my stub, and I'll staple the stub to the basically to the receipt or to the copy of the money order. Then I send it off to them. That way, if something ever came up, I've been sending. And you hate to be that way, but you have to. You have to. That goes back to documenting and doing things that way. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Yeah, I agree with you, Narcissist. It's good you documenting smart because they would act like they never received a dime. Exactly. You have to document. And basically you're doing that to protect yourself, but then to prove that you've been doing what you said you've been doing, because they're gonna tell the kids whatever. They're gonna tell the kids that, oh no, your daddy never sent nothing, or no, mommy never sends anything. So by you documenting and having all that stuff, you just lay it all on the table. I had to do it in court. Now here you go. And then guess what? The narcissist still turned around and said, hey, well, don't I get back pay? The judge and me laughed probably. Well, I know I laughed out loud in court, and then my attorney had to tell me I can't laugh. But I mean, the thing about it is, how you gonna get back child support? I've been paying, you know what I'm saying, before I even was on child support, which most people don't even do that. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you gotta realize that these smear campaigns and the people doing things, internet trolls, all let them flying monkeys and family. Woo, woo. Or the internet trolls that come from the family. Ooh, Lord, they even worse. Because you gotta realize they know you. They know you. They've been knowing you since you was a kid, so they think they know you, or they know of you, I should say. So they know you a little bit better than somebody who just met, on the internet 2-3 days ago. So those people are going to be even worse as flying monkeys when a narcissist is involved. Those people are going to be worse. So people like what Shannon and Alan B and Be Set Free and Jamaican Barbara talking about, those people are going to be worse because they're going to really try to destroy you. They're going to bring up childhood stuff that you probably haven't even shared yourself, and think they can hurt you. But when you a child of God, you got to realize that these things can't hurt you. It's like tinks in my armor. Like, okay, so you said that. I mean, what are you trying to accomplish by doing that? It's the same thing like now me and Shannon was talking about, I'm not getting off topic, but I was talking about, starting this business and doing things like that. You got some people, they don't care about your business right now. Guess what? Because your business isn't about nothing yet. But once your business becomes something, guess who's going to be holding their hand out? Hey, where mine at? Not over here. So that's them internet trolls. That's them flying monkeys and the narcissists that want to come out and say, hey, cuz, you can keep moving because you ain't support my business the whole time. The whole time I've been doing this, you ain't supported. So why come out now because you see I'm doing something or you see me making something out of myself? Now you want to come out and try to say, well, hey, and that's their internet trolls because they go do it on the internet. They're going to get on the Facebooks and say, hey, well, that's my son or that's my daughter or whatever. You weren't saying all that the last year when I was struggling and trying to get my biz out the ground. And it's like Northeast, the trolls and family. Yeah, trolls and the family I think are worse than the ones on the internet. Because the ones on the internet, I can block y'all. Y'all do about it for me because I don't know y'all, so I can block y'all. The ones in the family, I be a little bit harder, but don't be fooled and think I can't block you too because I can do the same thing. I can block trolls in the family also. I mean, hey, I done did it already. I told y'all the story last week about my narcissist stepdad. Yes, I blocked him. I ain't talked to this man since April this year. So, and guess what? I sleep fine at night next to my wife. I don't have dreams and crazy things like, ooh, maybe I should go call my step. Nah, I'm good. I prayed about it. I released that. And I gave that to God because I can't continue to have this man in my life and the things he used to say and try to, it's more verbal abuse, things like that. But as a raw man, you're not gonna talk to me like that. So, again, I call it a troll. It's not an internet troll, but it's still a troll in the family. So hey, you got to keep it moving. Let me see. Jamaican Barber said they put you through the worst and see you standing and say, how is she so strong? Exactly. Let me pin that one. Exactly. And the thing about that, they try to put you through this stuff because they're trying to figure out like why I didn't put this person through all. I didn't drove their name through the mud. I didn't drove their company through the mud. I didn't put stuff on the internet. I didn't start rumors. I didn't destroy her family relationships. I didn't destroy a relationship with her mom, with her siblings. How is she still standing? By the grace of God. That's what you need to tell them. I'm standing because of the grace of God. That's how I'm standing. I'm standing because everything that you're trying to do, remember, the first verse that I brought up, Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So yeah, they go form. The weapons go form. That don't mean they gonna prosper though. So yeah, they gonna come with a bunch of weapons and throw different things at you. Whether it's a smear campaign, whether it's internet trolling, you gonna do all of that. And guess what? You still gonna be standing there. It's like being stuck in a furnace with the fire on high, and you come out with nothing on your clothes. You come out looking clean, like you just stepped out to the cleaners. It's the same thing. So whatever they're trying to do, just realize these people are gonna do it. Not everybody is here for your success. Not everybody is here to see you make it. No, they're not. They gonna say it to you in your face. But remember, they're internet trolls and they flying monkeys. They're gonna go right behind your back and say, you know what? No, I don't want to see this person succeed. I hate them. I don't like them. A lot of people hate you, and they hate you for different reasons. They hate you for who you married to. They hate you for the car you drive. They hate you for what you look like. They hate you for the money you have. Hell, some of them hate you for the money you don't have. I mean, it's just people are, at the end of the day, they do different things for different reasons. And like Shannon said earlier, like North Free Living said earlier, you just got to realize you're not for everybody. And when we say you're not for everybody, we're not just talking about people in the internet. You're not for everybody in your own family. Realize that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I love the road to recovery. Yes, the road to recovery, going through all these things, man, it's so sweet. It's so sweet, especially when you start learning and realizing and learning some of these things, things that we probably should have been known. I'm in my 40s. I'm learning so much about myself now. It's shocking to me, but I love it though, because again, the road to recovery. And we talking about recovery. Remember, you're dealing with some of these things like these trolls in your family and on the internet. Don't forget about counseling. You can go to God in prayer. Yes, I say that 100% of the time. Go to God in prayer. Sometimes you might have to go to counseling because some of these people do so many things to you that's demonic or just some of them not even demonic, just craziness that they do to you to try to destroy you. It's like Jamaican Barber said earlier. They do so much stuff and they try to figure out why you're still standing. Sometimes you might have to go to counseling and figure out, why did I, you have to go back and figure out why that happened or why did I allow that to happen. And we can go all the way back and be like, maybe I didn't have boundaries set up then. Maybe moving forward, I need to set up these boundaries. I can have all these boundaries in place. So I have all these boundaries in place. Now I'm sitting there like, ooh, okay. Now I have these boundaries set up. So I would no longer let you do the things that you've done to me 2-3 years ago. So I'll go back to boundaries and realizing, hey, I'm perfect the way I am. I'm good how I am. I'm good enough. No matter what they say about you, I'm good enough. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. You got to tell yourself these positive words of affirmation like daily, like I'm going to be good. So just realize, I know we covered a lot of stuff, but I wanted y'all to know, again, internet trolls, flying monkeys, I believe they're one and the same. If you disagree with me, hey, that's fine. But like I said, the reason, my argument for that is they do the same tactics, they do the same things. So that's why I think they one and the same. They do the same exact things. And then if you look back on it, the internet troll or that flying monkey, I guarantee they probably working for a narcissist. It falls back to a narcissist they probably working with. And you gotta ask yourself, am I willing to go to battle with this person? Is it worth my time to go to battle with this person? Or should I just block them and move on to more important things? And a lot of times you better off just blocking and moving on. There's no need in going back and forth with these people and realizing, I'm wasting time throughout the day and weeks and whatever. So you look at it 2 to 3 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, over the course of 2 or 3 months, you don't get that time back. Time waits for no one. So you wasting a lot of time with these people. So you gotta realize that. Yes. Man, chat is going good. I got some good stuff going on. Let me get back in here and read this one. Let's see what we have right here. Yes, North Living say please hit like if you haven't yet. Thank y'all for the likes and being here in tune with us on this live. Like I said, again, I'm gonna start. I like it because I'm able to interact, talk about a subject matter, but then you can go off script, and then depending on what questions come in the live chat, you're able to answer some of these questions and get people involved with it. So, and we all here to learn, and learn together, whatever it is. Just like last week, I learned L&B drive trucks. I didn't know that. And like I was telling Shannon, I used to drive trucks back in the day, which is a cool thing. I miss it a little bit, but not as much. But yeah. But it's good to be so many. It's good to see so many people coming in telling some of their stories, and we subscribing with each other or getting to know each other. That's what it's all about. It's like building a community and learning about different things. So that's awesome. But just remember, going back before I close out, because I've been on here almost an hour now. Going back, the whole topic was internet trolls. Don't fall for their tactics. And I also said internet trolls and flying monkeys are one and the same. I also said the internet trolls and the flying monkeys usually are working for probably a narcissist. So before I leave, how should we handle trolls? Internet trolls, whether it's internet trolls, family trolls, whatever. You can handle it a few different ways. My way might not be your way. You can block them. That's the easiest way to do. Block them on all social media, on your phone, all of that. That's one of the easiest ways to do it. It's real simple. You go on your phone, go to settings, find a person contact, block. When they call you from another number and you pick up the phone, you hear their voice, hang up, block that number. At some point, they're going to realize you're blocking all their numbers. You do the same thing on all the social media. I'm new to social media, but I know how to block already. You can go on there, go in your settings, you block them. That's the easiest way. When they come to smear campaigns and things like that, again, you don't have to engage with a lot of this stuff. Sometimes no answer, like not answering them, is good. Sometimes it's bad. Just depend on what they're saying. But people that know you, they're going to support you. So people that know, sometimes you have to say something, but then sometimes you're going to have to step out of character, and you're going to have to say something at some point. You're going to have to say something to these people, and that's fine. Keep within reason. Pray about it. Talk to God about it before you do it. If He tells you, hey, go ahead and say something to him, go ahead and say something to him. In a nice, ugly way, or however you have to say it. So all these tactics are sometimes confusing, but it's good to know that it's ways around these things. You're not in by yourself. Like Aaron Dyer just said, it's we're in this together. You're in there to learn. So exactly, I like what Alan B just said. Nobody wants the caterpillar, but everyone wants to chase the butterfly. Now that's some of the best stuff I done heard today, right? That's better than what I just said. That was pretty good. I mean, yeah. Nobody want to put in the work and do things either. They see you where you at, not where you come from. So they're looking at you like, oh, Solomon Shannon got all together. But if you don't know my story and don't really know the story, you already know what I've been through. So, people, hey, it is what it is. But yes. So again, let me see the last two things. So should we pay trolls any attention? Now that's a tough one for me because, like I told y'all, God's still working on me. So I'm going to try my best not to moving forward because I don't want to be stuck in that while I'm going back and forth. But at the same time, I will let them know I do have a time sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, I'll go back and forth with you, within reason. So, you have to realize that, paying them attention can cost you time from doing other things. So like Northfree Just Living said, nope, pay them with dust. That means don't give them no time, no energy. Once you realize what you're dealing with, an internet troll or a flying monkey, boom, this person is not here for you. They're not here to love on you. They're not here to help you. They're not here for anything. They here to make sure that whatever you have going gets destroyed. Kill, steal, destroy. Yes, like Tina Rumsfeld, they want attention. Exactly. They want attention. Don't give them the attention. Don't give them the energy they need to sit there and try to suck you dry. So no. Yeah, so and then also with no response be a good response. I just said it a few times. It depends. It depends on the situation. Sometimes no response, you just leave it at, hey, I ain't gonna tell them nothing. And then hopefully they'll go away. Now do all of them do that? No, they don't. But some of them do. So sometimes you don't have to even answer them. They can come out there with their smear campaign. You just don't respond to it. Somebody asks you about, hey man, I seen that message about you. Is that true? You tell them you want to answer them. You say yes or no, whatever the case is. But that's you gotta protect your privacy as best you can. And like I said, a lot of these people, I just want y'all to remember, if you don't remember nothing else through this recording, know that everybody's not your friend. I say this at work all the time. They say, oh, this is my friend at work. A lot of these people are just associates. They did work. A lot of them fighting for in competition to get a position. So let's say you're the manager, and do you really think the people, if you come in and get hired as the manager, you really think the people under you really respect you? Like talking about, now you can gain a respect. Yeah, you can, depending on what kind of person you are. But a lot of times they don't respect you because of the fact that they think they should have got that position. And I always tell them, I done told people this before. Well, here's the thing. If you've been here 6, 7 years before I got here and I got hired in as a manager, that should say more about you than it is about me. Think about that for a second. It has nothing to do with me. That's something that you wasn't doing and they thought, hey, you know what, Solomon would be a better fit for this manager position. Or P set free would be a better, whoever it is, whatever you're doing. So again, everybody's not your friend. Your family is not your friend sometimes. So you got the family trolls like we've been talking about. They're not here to, support you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see none of that either. And it's sad. It's sad to have family like that. And, they're supposed to be there to support you and love on you and hug on you. It's a lot of surface level stuff. They trolls. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. They trolls. They flying monkeys. There's a narcissist that in charge. And I bet you start digging in each one of our families or something we done been through. It's a narcissist somewhere involved that got little trolls running around or flying monkeys. And exactly what Not Free Living just said. And we learning that, family is not always blood. Now we're talking about family, blood before everything and all that. It's not always true either. You got people that's not blood or not, related to you as a cousin or whatever, and they more family than your family. So think about that for a second. I know you can pick back to look back some people you done met in the past that they more family than family. They're a better sister to you than your actual sister, or a better brother to you than your actual brother. So look at that way. Let me see. Adam B said to add to no weapon will prosper. Jesus said the gates of hell would not prevail. He did not say wouldn't assault. I like that. Let me pin that one. That was a good one, Alan B. Good one. I like that. It's so many things that happens, on a daily basis. Like I said, when you're starting the business and you're doing a lot of postings and you start talking about God and talking about narcissists, man. So like I told you, from 2014 to about April, May, or somewhere around this year, I wasn't really posting on LinkedIn. So I wasn't really getting no feedback. I didn't have no monkeys or flying monkeys or trolls or nothing like that. As soon as I started posting about God and talking about narcissists, I done had more of them, not even a full year. I had more of them in the last 6, 7 months than I had the whole time since 2014. So figure that out. Talking about God and talking about narcissists. I done had more trolls and flying monkeys come through my DMs and stuff than anything. Why is that? Because they don't want you talking about it. They don't want you talking about God. They don't want you talking about the narcissist and what narcissists do. Because now you're exposing them. You bringing the darkness into light, so you're exposing what narcissists do. So that's when the internet trolls are going to come out. That's when the flying monkeys are going to come out. That's when the narcissists are going to come out. They might not say they're narcissists, on the post, but they'll come out and say things, and they're not really flying monkeys or a troll. They the actual narcissists. They're like, oh, they're going to defend their kind. So it's like they're in a clan or, a group or whatever you want to call it. So they're going to defend each other. And I couldn't realize that. Like a lot of people that's defending these narcissists, when I call them internet trolls, they probably narcissists themselves. So that's why they're doing that. But they want to troll you and debate you and figure out different ways to do things. But again, like I said, I went over an hour, talking. Hey, Vanessa Rand, how you doing? How you doing? She has a great YouTube channel too. I follow her. I watch her YouTubes a lot. Y'all connect with her. She do videos weekly. Be some pretty good videos. So I watch her videos also. You connect with her also. But yeah, I know, like I said, been talking for over an hour, but I just wanted to get this message out about internet trolls and flying monkeys and the reason why you can't trust either one of them. You really can't. So, I mean, you can't. At the end of the day, pray about it. And like Shannon been saying lately, look at the fruit. Look at the fruit. And the person saying all this, that, and other, they CEOs, they love God and all this, well, something should show you that this person is about that. And Shannon can testify to that. We done met a couple people that done said all this. Well, I can tell you that I'm not talking to them no more. I just met them again. I just met them in the last 4 or 5 months, but I don't talk to them anymore. There's a reason behind that, because everything they said was basically a lie. They came in, tried to swoop in, see me doing something new with a business or whatever the case is, trying to get ideas from me or get ideas from my wife, and boom, there you go. So again, look how quick that happened. And once I realized, I'm like, you just a time waster. Like my wife said, you're a time waster, so you're wasting time. So you're in that trolling or doing these things. So yeah, just realize that, man, a lot of these people, they're not here for you. They don't care nothing about you. They really don't. So I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in and watching this. It's been a great discussion. I actually see y'all next Friday. And oh yeah, like Shannon just said, examine the fruit, discern the root. You really pay attention to people, reveal who they are. And you go to North Living, she has a few videos about that you can actually look at and be like, oh wow. She goes in depth about a lot of that. So North Living, she has her channel on YouTube also. You can go to YouTube and check that out. And then like I said, Vanessa, I didn't watch her video quite a few times. She has a very good channel that's good to check out and learn something. Thank you, Be Set Free. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, I'll see you again next Friday. So we looking forward to doing another live and getting people involved. You know, we're starting out small. You know, we're starting to grow, getting different people in. So thanks for everybody that came in. Adrena, I know, came through. Jamaican Barbie came through. Aaron, Alan B came in. Hey, Anna Robles, how you? Oh, it's all good, Anna. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, we're just closing out, but you can catch the replay. Anna, welcome to the channel. Yeah, Alan B, I see what you're saying. How to handle the flying monkey or troll, call a circus and say we have one of your monkeys. Hey, you right. You right. Call a circus. Say, hey, we have one of your monkeys in here. But yeah, Anna, I want to welcome you. We are just about to close out, but like I said, the recording should be up soon. So hopefully you'll be able to watch that. And like I said, the whole thing was about internet trolls and, you know, the relation I have between internet trolls and flying monkeys. So yes. Hello, Malcolm. We got a few people coming in. Hey, Malcolm, how you doing? Happy New Year. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We just had a laugh with what Alan B said. He said how to handle flying monkeys or troll, call a circus and say we have one of your monkeys. Yeah, we're going to have to use that one for sure. That's funny. I like that one. We definitely got to use that one. Matter of fact, let me pin that one. Now that I see it, let me pin that one. That was funny. That's a good way to end on a good note. Good note. First day of the year, hey. Start off with a bang on the first day of the year. And Malcolm, I was just saying the same thing to and we had a few people just tuned in. Hey, we actually about to close out, but you know you can check out the recording and you know I have other videos, and we're just sharing. You know, North Free Living has a channel, and we're also sharing that Vanessa Wren also has a channel which talks about narcissists and things like that. Talk about evil demonic spirits. So yeah, you're able to come on. And we dropping videos, you know, during the week or whatever, so you're able to catch some of those videos. But I will be doing Friday lives every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll try to post the can't think of the name of it, but the thumbnail, you know, early in the week so that way y'all notified, know I'm doing a live. But just expect every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be on here doing a live talking about something about, you know, narcissists or something along the lines of that. So you know, we just got to realize, you know, yeah, exactly. Remember, guys, do not feed into the trolls. They just want your attention. So just remember that. You don't remember nothing else about this. Trolls and flying monkeys, they want your attention. It's just to throw you off course or whatever you have doing, whatever your God-given purpose is, they dare to throw you off course. So don't let them throw you off course. If your purpose is to do this over here, don't let the narcissist or the flying monkey or the trolls bring you this way. You know, stay on course. You know, you might take a step this way, but get back on course and go where you need to go. So, hey, just again, thank y'all for all tuning in. Praying for all y'all. I'll definitely be seeing y'all next Friday. And thank you, Anna Robles. Yeah, North Free Living. Yeah, she has some good stuff coming on her channel. She's dropping some good. That's why I'm married to her. It's my wife. You know, she comes with some powerhouse stuff over there. So, yes. So just remember the channels I just said, like North Free Living and Vanessa. You know, you can tune into them channels and see what they have going on. Then, you know, you also have Just Say No to Narcs. Tonya has a great channel. And then we have Pink Girl Teaches George. She has a great channel also. Drina has a good channel. She was in here earlier. Adrena has a nice channel. If I gotta check the recording, I think she did. I think Shannon told me she did one earlier or yesterday. I gotta catch their recording. Who else? There's a lot of people that's doing channels. I can't remember them all. Forgive me for that. I'll try to have a little list written down so I can say everybody's channels. But just say no to Narcs. Pink Girl Teaches. Narc Free Living. Vanessa Rand has a channel. Of course, my channel because you're on here. So there's a lot of channels you can get. Yeah, Shannon putting them in the putting some of them in there in the chat right now. So it's good to follow those people. They have some great stuff. And we all just, come on into our own little group. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Shannon, for that. It's in the chat so you can see Adrena and Pink Girl Teachers and all them, the channels they have. And it's lovely content. And I'm looking forward, to this year and seeing, how we all grow and prosper and learn from each other and, keep doing this thing and exposing more narcissists. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about us learning and exposing narcissists and sharing our stories so other people can learn from them. And you want to hear my story from last week? I actually told what I went through in my previous marriage, so you can see that. You can hear that and see that. Kind of what happened on that. But again, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for the chat. I will see you on next Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Love you. God bless you.